happening, huh? So, hi, I'm Ambika. I am an event planner, insomniac, and a chai addict. Guilty. I'm plagued by creative thoughts how best to utilize a space and designing massive areas on most of my sleepless nights. But I'm obviously not here for pillow talk. I'm here today to share my experience of creating memories and the power of weaving personal memoirs into events of a lifetime. Now, while I do consume copious amounts of fantastically brewed tea, if I may say so myself, I'm also avid at brewing the ideal concoction of a memorable event. Now, have you guys heard of Band Baja Barat, the movie? Well, now that's pretty much what we do, but minus romancing around the trees. I plan, scale, arrange, and organize weddings and other life celebrations. Now, each event of ours has a very unique storyline, and that exact trait of creating bespoke events infused with a heavy dose of personalization pretty much set us apart in the crowd from the very start. Now, before we move ahead into the talk, let me ask you something. Have you ever dropped a pebble into the pond as a child? Yes. Do you remember the ripples being formed? Now, even the TED.com videos start with that exact same visual. Now, I believe that thoughts and actions are just like stones dropped into still waters. They create ripples, which then spread. It's just that when anybody makes a beginning, or when I made a beginning, I didn't know that I could be that perfect pebble to create some fairly significant waves in the wedding industry. Now, every transformation, like every ripple, has a point of origin. So, when I made my humble beginnings in Chennai, I did not know that I could create my own point of origin, and that the ripples it would spread through word of mouth and social media, and in turn the success that I would reap was something I hadn't anticipated. You know, it surprises me to read so many articles on marriages on so many various media platforms. It's the favorite topic of our country and also worldwide. I mean, there's everything. How to get married, how to get over a bad marriage, infidelity in marriages. I mean, pretty much everything marriage, marriage, marriage. But what about the wedding celebration in itself? I mean, it is probably the most common, centuries-old tradition that runs across every culture. One celebration which is common throughout every tradition. And hey, probably the most expensive too. So this is where I step in as an event planner and wedding planner to take care of these once-in-a-lifetime celebrations. Now, let me take you through this very interesting survey that Forbes did in 2017 about the 10 most stressful professions in the world. Just to give you an idea of what we do, okay? So, the job of an event coordinator and planner is the 5th most stressful profession in the world, with firefighters and police officers, yes, just casually up there with people who save lives. And these are Western standards, people. So can you imagine the stress in a decadent Indian wedding? 100% top ranking. You know, for us, it's not so much about fostering the dream of the big, fat Indian wedding. I mean, of course, we love those. But it's more about how we can truly touch the hearts of those we are working for, even in those big settings. And that's how we create spaces where family and friends, so we generally try and concentrate on creating spaces where family and friends feel like family and friends and not like they've come to a gala ball where everyone's a prude. So let me take you through few examples of how we create these wedding stories, how we create these once-in-a-lifetime memories which will be remembered for years to come. Now, also before I move into that example, let me tell you one thing. If you had to imagine an event setup of how it looks like before we actually reveal these spaces, well, an event is nothing short of the drama in a Sanjay Leela Bansali movie or a Steven Spielberg film. There's drama, there's action, there are people running around, there are the emotions of family and friends. And then there is the wedding planning team, the vendors, technicians, florists, everyone running helter-skelter, all to orchestrate that perfect moment. Okay? And all this chaos and commotion, and only one point of contact. Mua, the wedding planning team. And unlike one of these magnum opus movies, we do all of this in real time. We get no retakes. So moving on to the example that I was talking to you about, this wedding was, this Sangeet was a high-profile, celebrity-studded event designed and executed for Rayan Radhika Sarat Kumar, a very prominent daughter of very prominent celebrities in the Tollywood industry, and ace IPL bowler Abhimanyu Mithun. Now, when they contacted us to do the event, they wanted the event to embody the spirit of South India and also their two cities, Chennai and Bangalore. So we named this event Fully Local. Let me give you a little glimpse into this. Now, in order to make this event unique, we sourced a local auto, which is the favorite transport vehicle of Chennai, the most commonly used one. We also got it hand-painted by artists. We also created a local bar to look like a theka, also popularly called as Tasmac in Chennai. And we did a filter coffee installation of a photo booth that was supposed to bring out the most favorite beverage of South India. So now, apart from the many other quirky things that we did for this event, my most favorite memory of this event are the centerpieces that we did for this event. We actually did cricket wicket stumps, mounted a clapper board on it, and got a red ball, the signature cricket ball, in between the clapper board. Now, the clapper board on one side read Fully Local, on the other side it said Take One, starring Abhimanyu Mithun, Rayan, and in the beginning. So this event was attended by the who's and who of the media industry and the cricket industry, and it became the talking point of, the event. So, one small thing is something that you take back from the event, and it becomes a word of mouth and ripple, and also it kind of makes you, gives you an insight into the journey of the couple. Another example of weaving magic into events is that of two cuties, Kalai and Manish. Now, these guys met in school and used to exchange, Cadbury chocolates as love tokens in 4th standard, yes. But fate separated them and they went different directions, and then finally, like how Facebook has become this whole dating site and you find people, they reconnected on Facebook years later and sparks flew and they decided to get hitched. Now, when they came to us, we wanted to incorporate the story into the wedding decor again to make it personalized. So we went with a Facebook wedding for their main theme. Now, this was very unique for people who came because they had not heard of a Facebook wedding. So we used all the Facebook color palettes to actually bring out the theme of the decor. There were bespoke corners of decor. We also created small areas with their story in the form of poems posted on various art forms. we also got a Manipuri artist to actually do a portrait for them and later on gifted it to the couple. So we got this portrait done by a Manipuri artist where Kalai and Manish are actually exchanging Cadbury chocolates as love tokens by the beach with their main timelines, like the major dates in their dating history, drawn on this. And later on, not only did this serve as a memory on the day of the venue, but also we gifted it later to them so that it served as a memory for years to come. So right there and there, we created our most favorite triples by making sure that we incorporate a personal story into the event. The third event that I'm going to talk to you about is the closest to my heart because this event was the game changer in my career and life. This event was the engagement of Nivya and KK John. Now before this, I was a one-man army trying to strive to give this my best shot. And among the other things that we decided to do, I also dreamt of doing a real truck in an indoor venue. Now, many called me stupid because I decided to take this truck up the ITC's container lift, and that venue was called ITC Grand Chola, and I decided to take this up the lift and make a photo booth out of it. 2 floors up and a real truck. Many called me stupid, many called me apprehensive, and many were apprehensive that I could pull this off, and many did not know whether I will be able to ever pull this off or do it, on my own. But I was hell-bent that I am going to take this on as a challenge. So I traveled to the sinister-looking and less traveled but extremely resourceful lanes of Chennai scrap market. And there it was. My truck in dumps, dented, bruised, but this was the one I wanted. So this set the ball rolling, and I started working on it. Now, from sourcing this truck to taking it by an industrial crane to fix it, and finally getting artwork done on it, took approximately 25 days. Now, I sat there every day getting work done on it, and my truck was ready by the 1st of January. And 16 Jan was when this event was scheduled. Now, as you can see, this truck doesn't have wheels, so we had to create a trolley to move this into the venue. Finally, that also got done. Now, 3 or 4 days before the event, we decided to shift this truck. And we got the trolley, we started to move it, and bam, the trolley broke. The truck suffered damages. My heart broke too, and I broke down. Now, Chennai was celebrating its biggest festival, Pongal. Okay? It's like Diwali in Delhi. Basically, everybody takes an off. I knew I'm not going to find labor to fix this truck. So, after a lot of perseverance, a lot of hard work, a lot of stress and a lot of tension, somehow the vendors and I finally managed to fix this truck. And it reached the event late, around 3 or 4 hours before the event had to start. And taking this truck up the container lift of ITC to the 2 floors was nothing short of crazy. In fact, the trials and tribulations we faced at every step of getting this truck done was an adventure on its own. But finally, when the truck did make it to the venue, I was ecstatic. So happy that I did a victory lap in all of the 8 ITC banquet halls. I knew I had created history in Chennai. I knew I had nailed it. This truck was bespoke. It had caricatures of all the couple, and it was finally, for the first time, being done in my city. So the compliments were never ending. Unique event, bespoke decor, and the clients were ecstatic. So the next day, I went onto Facebook and I uploaded these random pictures on my phone and put it on Facebook and created a thank you note. And then I switched off my social media. And because I was basking in the glory of what I had just done, and also I wanted to take rest. But finally, when I did open my Facebook page, I was pleasantly shocked. My post had been shared 450 times organically. My inbox flooded with people from the media industry, from wedding blogs, wanting to cover us and the unique and the unique OKJ wedding. And my email inbox filled with hopeful resumes of people wanting to join the team. Yes, that's how I ever started building my team. And you know how they say one idea, one thing that you truly believe in from your gut can change your life. And it did for me. Today, we have been featured on almost every wedding blog, featured among big names in the wedding industry, on national television, pitched among some really, really upcoming names in the wedding industry. And in 2018, we go international with the Destination Wedding Planners Congress in Mexico. You know, when I look back at life, I realize that what makes us unique, are our journeys and our complicated life stories. I wanted to tap that exact potential into my events. I realized that each one of us is unique. And each event has a unique storyline, thus became the motto of most of my work. Because neither you or you can have the same journey. Hence, no two events can ever be the same. So playing with the 5 senses and using the 6th one to create memories thus became a pivotal factor in most of my work. We realized the main motto of our work should be that when people enter a venue, they are disconnected with the humdrum of their daily life. That when they come into the venue, they can savor the current moment, that they can actually enjoy what is happening. We realize that our events make them laugh a little more, participate a little more, dance a little more, and just live a little more. It makes you live out loud. It's an absolute honor for me to be a part of a profession that excites me every day. From the minute a client walks in, to hear their stories, to build mood boards around them, to be just a part of their family for a little while. And on the final day, when it all culminates together, to see them smile, that gratification is heartwarming. And what is more special is the post-event reviews that they leave for us on various social media platforms. All the Forbes ranking, the stress, everything, in that moment, it becomes all worth it. When I look back at my life, I realize I've been a non-conformist with every choice that I made. Professional, educational, switching fields from engineering. Yes, my mother fostered that dream too, and I did not fail. I was a good engineer. Changing from that to becoming a journalist, from a journalist to an event planner, and today an entrepreneur. The journey was not easy. There were a lot of naysayers, but I had to stand my ground. I don't know one person who has made a mark for themselves without really getting out of their comfort zone. You've got to step out of it. Once I was asked one of those redundant run-of-the-mill questions, maybe because I'm a Marwadi girl. They asked me, Ambika, why do you want to work when you can be clad in diamonds? I mean, diamonds are a girl's best friend and they are gorgeous, but my goals were shining brighter. So all I can say is that believe in your gut, believe in what you do, and savor the current moment. Celebrate life and have gratitude for it, because each moment in life is singular. No two moments will ever be the same, and you're definitely not getting this one back. So revel in the glory of the sun on your skin. Enjoy every celebration that life brings forth, or just a day well lived. Because you never know. When you plunge into that still pool, apart from all that naysaying, that you could be that perfect pebble to create those terrific ripples. Thank you.